How you doing? How are you doing? It is Friday night, and you know what time it is. It is that time to be on the couch with EAJ3. We want to welcome you, each and every one of you, on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook. We want to take time out to say welcome to On the Couch with EAJ3, where we talk life, purpose, and faith. That's what we do. That's what this platform was created to talk about life, to transitions in life, how our faith plays a part, how we discover ourselves, and how we better the earth because we are here. And so we are so excited. You know, we have guests and they are doing great things in the earth and here, even in the city. And I am so grateful to have our guests on for this Friday. And we want to take time to welcome to the couch Miss Melissa Case. How you doing, ma'am?
I am well. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. So I am so excited. We get to sit down and actually chat. We see each other in passing and talking. We ran into each other at the gym. Shout out to Coach Russ at boot camp. So we've ran into each other there and
Absolutely.
seen you singing around. But we are happy to have you on the couch with us.
I am excited to be here. Thank you so
Yes.
much for the invitation.
No problem, no problem. So tell us, who is Melissa Case?
Ooh, who am I? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm still figuring it out.
Still figuring out. What have you found out so
Let's
far?
see. Who am I? So I am a wife of almost 25 years.
Wow.
I have two sons,
Okay.
Barry and William. They are 25 and 20 years
Okay.
old. And I am a singer, songwriter, and actress.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great. And I've seen you perform. That's right.
Yes.
Yes, I've seen you perform
Yes.
with Tanglewell Production.
Yes,
Bro-
you were
Mr.
there.
James. Yes. So this is great. You wear many hats.
I do.
And I love it. And I want to start with being married for 25
Oh,
years.
yeah.
How
In
has
May.
that been?
Marriage is work.
That's the best way to describe
that's
it.
the simplest
Yes.
way to put it. But it's been an amazing journey. It has not been without its hiccups, that's for
Right.
sure.
Right.
There've definitely been some ups, some downs, and ins and outs. Some maybe I don't want to do this
Right,
anymore
right.
moments, but we are still here.
Yeah.
And we are still choosing each other on a daily basis. So I love him. Shout out to you, baby.
So do you feel like going through those stages in your marriages and different things that happen have brought more meaning and feeling to your music?
Yes, I feel like experience, period,
Yeah.
helps to frame just kind of the artistry that I am in.
Yeah.
I really feel like, just going through kind of the ebbs and flows
Yeah.
is where I get the creativity from. A lot of my inspiration comes from just having simple conversations.
Yeah.
And then you just start, building on things
Right.
and things start coming up. And you're like, oh, you know what? That's bars. Let me write that down. And so you find your muse in anything.
Yes.
But a lot of my music definitely has to do with love and relationships, all kinds of ships, marriages,
Yes.
friendships,
Yes.
all the things. And so,
Yes.
yes, I absolutely think that that's a part of it.
Beautiful. So how old were you when you got married?
Right. So, because I look young.
Right. So I'm trying not to ask that
Yes.
question,
So
right?
I don't mind. So
Okay.
we got married on my 20th birthday. So I will be
Wow.
45 in May.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Come on, 45.
I
I'll
know.
be 45 August.
Oh,
Yes.
come on,
We're there.
45,
All
79
right.
was a
Yes.
good year.
Yes. I'm telling you. Listen. All right. So 20 years, 20 years old. How long have you been doing music?
So I am relatively new to, I would say, the music scene.
Okay.
I've been doing music all my life. Grew up
Okay.
in church. Where do
Okay.
we
Right,
get our
right,
start?
right,
Everybody starts in
right.
church. So I've always sung and performed in church growing up,
Okay.
but I did not recognize that this was the gift that God had given me. For me, it was just more so, I enjoy this,
Right.
And growing up, I didn't realize how to
Okay.
make it something that you do as opposed to something that you
Mm,
just enjoy. So for me, it
mm,
was just always like, oh, I love doing that, but I don't see making a life out of it.
right.
And so I was 40 years old when I decided to do music. So I
Wow.
literally just
Okay.
started a few years ago.
Wow.
Yes.
So how has that transition been from just singing, just going around singing, to now becoming more focused, more purpose driven with it? What changes have you had to make in, because so, for me, pastoring and then doing on the couch is, two different things,
Very.
so for you just singing around and now focusing in on that, what changes have you had to make in doing this?
I have had to make a lot of internal changes.
Okay.
I have had to battle the fact of starting later. Right. And
Mm,
so, society will have you believe that once you get to a certain age, if you have not
yes.
done something by a certain time frame
Yes.
and you haven't, fully been in that space, that you can't be in that space, that you can't exist in that space.
Right.
And so there was a lot of fear,
Right.
quite frankly, a lot of fear. And I can't even say that I don't still have some of that.
Excuse
There are
me.
still insecurities and doubts and things of that nature that, do you what are you doing
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
this point in
Yeah.
your
I can
life?
only imagine.
You should already have figured out where you're going to be and the lane that you're going to exist in, and here you are throwing in this curveball. Not to mention being married and having
Yeah.
kids as well,
Right.
right? So it's like you do this when you single and
Right.
you do
Right.
not have kids,
Exactly.
because then it requires so much of you in that
Yes.
space. And so all of that had, just trying to figure out how to navigate that space,
Right.
how to exist in that space, but knowing that it is something that I am supposed to do. I was created for this.
Wow.
And
Wow.
so I am walking in that and embracing it. So it's just step by step, because, I still don't have all the
Right.
answers.
Right.
But I am very grateful for all that has transpired just in a very short time.
Listen, I just want to put a pause for the cause here, because she said something that is just awesome. It's never too late to start wherever you are with what you feel you have a passion
Right.
for. I think most of the time it's, are we willing to make that commitment?
Yes.
Because coming back in is hard work.
Yes.
And sometimes people have put in the work when they're younger,
Yes.
and now you're trying to double up, so to
Yes.
speak. And so, listening to you deal with that and how you are sitting here now, songwriter, producer.
Yep.
I had it in my notes, but the Boss Awards
Yes.
for
Best Boss Awards.
Best Boss
Mm-hmm.
Awards, and for 2 years.
Yes.
2 years.
Consecutive years.
And so to be recognized,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? And you feeling like I'm starting late,
Yes.
and I don't know how this is going to work. And then you get this ray of hope that says, hey, we see what you're doing.
Yeah.
We recognize
Yeah.
what you're doing.
Yeah.
And so how did that play a part for you in helping to push you to continue?
Um, I think sometimes you don't even recognize it, even when it's happening. If
Yeah.
I'm just being
Right,
honest,
right.
right? So it's like, yeah, you've done these things, but you're
Yeah.
so focused on, I'm still trying to do this. I'm still trying to do
Yeah.
this. And so I have to be careful. And I'm very grateful for the village and the team that I work alongside, because they're like, Melissa, are you recognizing the things that are
Yeah.
happening, right? Because you're so focused on the work.
Yeah, you're in grind mode trying to catch
I
up.
mean, I'm like,
Yes.
the clock is ticking. So,
Right, exactly.
and so, you get so focused on that. But when it happened, I think it was those that celebrated around me that made me realize what was actually taking place.
Oh, that's good.
So
That
your
is good.
environment is so
That's
important,
good.
because when you're in this space, you do get lost in the
Yeah.
space. You're what I haven't done, what I still have yet to do. And so when
Yeah.
things are happening and the accolades are coming and the progress is progressing, you do get lost in it. And so you
Yeah.
have to have those that are willing to
Beautiful.
celebrate you in that space, so it
Yes.
reminds you. And so for me, it really is, oh, wow, this is, but these are the things that I've been
Right.
praying for. These are the things that I've been working towards. And
Yes.
so I have to take a conscious effort to really be able to say, this is happening.
Oh, this is beautiful. Listen, I'm excited. I hope you're gathering and being encouraged and being motivated. I want to talk to somebody. You're sitting out there and you're battling with your age. You're battling saying, I don't know if I should try this. Listen, one of the things that you just said, if you are passionate about it and it seemed like it was just your conviction. You just knew it. You didn't know how it was going to work out. You didn't know what was going to happen, but you just stepped out, and things have been happening.
Yeah.
Doors have been opening, and I know not without its challenges,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
but your determination.
Yeah.
Has kept you motivated. So I think this is great. How has your household have had to adjust to you doing this kind of full time?
So the good thing about it is by the time we came into this space, my children were older.
Yeah.
So, my husband's thing was, we got kids, you know what I mean? So you can't be out on this road, because who gonna take care of the kids? I'm like, you, them your turn. Get your babies.
This part you in here, right?
This is, hey, we a team. You tag, you're in.
Right.
So, but they were older, and so they were able to come along with us, kind of on this journey, and we just, we pivoted where we needed to. We made adjustments where we needed to, and so we're continuing to do that. We're figuring out how to marry life and entrepreneurship, right? And so my husband is extremely supportive of all things MCL, and I would not be able to do this without him, without his support. He is 100% just behind me, pushing me. So it's like when I have late rehearsals, or if I have to go do this or I have to go do that, he's like, just go. My kids, they're independent now because they're, adult children or what have you, but they'll come through to a show when they have time.
Right,
oh,
right,
Mom, you did
right.
a good job. I'm like, go ahead on, so.
Yes.
But yeah, we're figuring it out as we go,
Yeah.
and we make the adjustment so that it works.
I love it. Listen. We're getting ready to hear Miss Melissa Case. Listen, you don't want to miss it. She's getting ready to come to your front. I want you to open up your hearts, open up your mind, listen to receive this beautiful gift that we have among us, Miss Melissa Case.
Struggling to compete with all the social norms. Perfection is the name of this game. And as I look around, the holes in it are all the same. We're trying to measure up to meet the standards set by those who don't meet the standards. Ain't that a trip? 'Cause real beauty lies in the perfection of imperfection. I don't wanna be you, and I'm not trying. Take me in all my splendor. I'm perfectly imperfect, all that I'm supposed to be. I am me. I am me. We're steady running in a race where no one wins, and the cycle never ends. 'Cause I'm one up in you and you're one up in me. I gotta set my spirit free. Said I'm done, set my spirit free. Ain't that a trip? 'Cause real beauty lies in the perfection of imperfection. I don't wanna be you, and I'm not trying. Take me in all my splendor. I'm perfectly imperfect, all that I'm supposed to be. I am me. Perfectly imperfect. all that I'm supposed to be. I am perfectly imperfect, all that I'm supposed to be. I am perfectly imperfect, all that I'm supposed to be. I am me. I am me. I am me.
Listen, welcome back to another episode of On the Couch with EAJ3. I know you enjoyed Miss Melissa Case. We have her sitting right here in our midst. We have been talking, learning, growing, and developing by listening to her life. And so we're so excited. Listen, I want to do a word association game right here on the second half, talking about transitions and growth and development. So all of the words deal with transition, growth, development, and I just want to know what comes to your mind first when I say these words.
Oh,
Are you ready?
You don't put me on the spot.
Yes, let's see what you got. All right, you ready?
No.
Whatever comes to your mind.
I needed these words in advance so I could have been prepared.
No, just straight from the heart, straight from the head.
Oh my God. Okay.
Seasons.
Change.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
All right, growth.
Progress.
Determination.
Don't quit.
Struggle.
Growth.
Yeah, so this is what this is all about. How did you feel saying all of that?
The words made me go to a place in my journey.
Yeah, I heard it in your voice.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I feel I'm a connector. So
Yeah.
like I feel and I emote. So those words make me connect things that I've gone through,
Yeah.
experiences that I've had, not only in music but just in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have on here, and you're right where I want it to go.
See?
Look at you. Yeah. 2 life-changing experiences that has helped to define you.
Just 2.
Yeah, just 2.
Actually, one more recently.
Yeah. Okay.
I almost lost my dad before the beginning of 2024.
Wow.
And that was very life-changing. He was in ICU for 19 days.
Wow.
We came back off a family cruise for Christmas.
Okay.
So we came back December 26th. And December 29th, he went into the hospital, and the doctors did not think he was coming out.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So
And he pulled through?
he's still alive and well.
Wow.
Yeah, he's
I know.
here.
Wow.
Yeah.
What were you feeling during that space?
I'm a daddy's girl.
Okay.
Oh, I do not play about my daddy. I play about a lot of things.
Right.
I don't play about my daddy.
About your dad.
And so the reason why it was so impactful was because of the fact that it was the reality of immortality. Right? And so it's very hard, and I actually got this from my good friend Crystal, to see your superhero need a superhero.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so
That says a lot.
seeing him in that space, there were all of the emotions and just, the wear and tear on my family, my mom, my brother, just our entire family, as we had to come to grips with this may be happening.
Right.
And so, you lean on faith. You pull on faith that you didn't even really have, and so there's I think I grew a lot. I'm like, God, you pulling me into some spaces that I ain't really ready to go into with you right now, and so I'm gonna have a problem with you. And so blessings and grace and grateful that things turned out as well as they are.
Yes.
But literally, we had to go into a space where it's like, if this doesn't turn out the way we desire,
Right,
because we have a
right.
thing,
Yes,
right?
yes.
That, oh, as long as it turns out in the
Yes,
outcome that I want, then
yes,
God is good.
yes.
But what I do know is that God is.
All right. I think we have a preacher in the house.
What we
But,
do know
yes.
is that God
Yes,
is. And
yeah.
so that was definitely a huge like realization. It was very eye-opening experience.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. You get one more.
One more life-changing
more.
experience. Okay, so I guess this one was mine. I had brain surgery when I was 17.
Wow.
Yeah. And the reason why it was so life-changing was not the surgery or the circumstances
Yeah.
surrounding it. It was really the fact that I had a tumor, and when they went in to remove it, it was gone.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
We need is this organ on behind me?
Correct.
I think we might need a praise
Yeah,
break
exactly.
right here.
I mean, because, yeah.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I
Wow.
could give you the story or what have you, but long story short, even the doctors that I still see now,
Yeah.
every time I walk past, they're like, I'm not sure what happened. And I'm like, well, I do.
Yeah. I think this is awesome because even though traditionally you may not be in the church environment,
Absolutely.
the stage is so wide
Yeah.
through the music that you do
Yes.
to be able to talk about these experiences. And I think it's awesome that we get to take our experience of God with us
Absolutely.
wherever we go.
Absolutely.
And so to hear, you don't look like it. I mean, what, as they say in church, you don't look like what you've been through, but it is great to hear how your life has evolved, and I'm sure it's coming through your music, your writing.
Yeah.
And so I want to hear about that. Where are you now with your career, with the music, the writing, and anything that you have coming up? I want to hear about it right now.
Sure. So, it's funny that you say that, because a lot of times we get boxed in to being on a certain platform in order to do
Right,
ministry. My
right.
ministry is not inside of a church, so to speak.
Yeah.
Church is wherever I go because God is wherever I go.
Yeah.
And so one of the things that I do talk about on my platform is that I bring healing vibes to a room. And so
Okay.
we arrest time.
Yes.
When we perform, we give an experience. And it allows people to just separate from whatever they're going through in that moment.
Did you say your arrest time?
Arrest time.
Okay, I like that. I
Yeah.
need to put that down.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We arrest time
it
for just
spoke
a
to
moment. In this moment, we are
Yeah.
here, and we're not worried about the things that we have going on outside of here. And in this moment, there's going to be some sort of healing, whether it's just peace, whether it's just a moment of just reprieve, whether it's just a moment of being able to let loose and dance and have a moment where you just are not thinking about anything.
Yes.
And that's what we do.
Yes.
That is the experience that we
love it.
provide. And so when you come to an MCL event, that's what you can expect.
I love
You
it.
can expect to walk away feeling like, I had an amazing time.
Yeah.
Right. And so it is healing vibes. I mean, that is what it is. And so, and so another part of our platform is mental health and music. What we listen to, the things that we surround ourselves with affect
Exactly.
how we
Right.
affect this world.
Right.
It affects how we show up in this world.
Right.
And so we have an annual festival every year. This
Okay.
year is September 21st.
All right.
It is called the Escape Body and Soul Festival. So we do
Neat.
that annually. We also have coming up an MCL Kickback, which is like our signature event.
Okay.
Yep. So we generally do them quarterly.
Okay.
The people are kind of upset because right now we're only doing one this year. It's July the 20th.
Okay.
And so they're like, wait, we're only doing one. So we do a kickback.
Okay.
Where we just come, have some entertainment, just break free from just a minute and just have a good time. It's light lifting, it doesn't require a whole lot. You show up, you bring your friends, we have a good time. But this month is Women's History Month. And so we will be doing several things this month. The African American Women's History Brunch on March 23rd. So we'll be performing there.
Awesome.
And we're doing a give back. There is an event called Truth and Proof. It's a youth open mic event. And so we're actually going to donate our skills, gifts, talents, and abilities to our youth and give them an opportunity to talk to us about being in this space and what it looks like for their artistry and their gifts to be able to pour back into them so they can learn the things that I didn't know until I turned 40, right?
Wow.
So
Yes.
if we can help to help foster some of those gifts, we want to be able to do that.
Oh man, you're on the move. I love
little
it. I
bit.
love it. I love it. But they say faith without works is dead.
Absolutely.
So you know that this is what you're called to do. You know that this is the time and the space to do it, and you are maximizing it
I'm doing the
through
best I
all
can.
that you have, and that is great.
I'm doing the best I can.
Listen. I know you've enjoyed sitting down. I've enjoyed talking to you.
So have I. Thank
Officially
you.
sitting
I
down,
know.
talking to you. Listen, we're getting ready to close out. You're getting ready to hear from Melissa Case one more time. Listen, she has all kinds of stuff coming up. How can they get in contact with you? How do they follow you? Talk to us real quick.
So very simple, because I don't want people have to look for me. It's the same across all platforms. It's Melissa Case Live on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok. And then, of course, the website is melissacaselive.com.
All right. Beautiful. Listen, she's getting ready to carry us out. I'm glad that you have joined us once again for another episode of On the Couch with EAJ3, where we talk life, where we talk purpose, and where we talk faith. Have a great night.
He is the truth, said he is so real, and I love the way that it makes me feel. And if I am a reflection of him, then I must be fly, because his light shines so bright. I remember the very first day that I saw him. I found myself immediately intrigued by him. It's almost like I knew this man from another life. Like I think maybe I was his husband, maybe he was my wife. And even the things I don't like about him, they're fine with me. Cause he's not hard to understand him, cause he's so much like me. And it's truly my pleasure to share his company. And I know that it's God's gift, he breathes the air he breathes. Cause he is the truth, said he is so real. And I love the way that he makes me feel. And if I am a reflection of him, then I must be fly, because his light shines so bright. I wouldn't lie. I met him when I was a little girl. He did. He gave me poetry. He was my first. But in my heart I knew I wasn't the only one. Cause when the tables turned, we had to break. But whenever I got lonely and needed some advice, he gave me his shoulder. His words were very nice. And that is all behind me. And now there is no other. Our love is his and his is mine. was all just so simple then. A teenage love, but you say he's just my friend. We moved around and we kept in touch through his friend line. The world was young and we knew we couldn't rush, but whenever I got lonely, I needed some advice, he gave me